Hello everybody, my name is Richard Vigorelli and I am your guide for everything Chinese astrology. And I set up so all of us Westerners can figure it out. And today, I've got a treat for you. I have decided, after much ado, to do a case study for you. Guess who it is? You'll have to guess, I'm not going to tell you. Alright, so let's get into this. I've got the chart right here on my phone. La-da. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this basically the exact same way that I would do for any of you. By the way, this does cost money. If you were to ask me to do this, sorry, I got to earn a living. Okay? Alright, so this individual was born in the year of the water pig, in the month of the earth dog, on the day of the metal sheep, in the hour of, back up, water pig for the year, water dog for the month, metal sheep for the day, and in the hour of the water dragon. So there we are. Alright, now all of these come together, all these animals come together and form a few things. So you've got pig and dog together, and they form three sha and loneliness. This is not good. Now three sha is a very negative aspect. Basically, nothing goes right, and when it does, there's a catch. Loneliness is actually more like self-reliance. This person will want to kind of do things on their own, and asking for help is like, I have to? I can handle this. Come on. I'm not asking for help anyway, then I have to pay them money. Okay. Now, pig and sheep come together and create 2/3 the trinity of wood. So when the wood trinity is completed, this person gets a bunch of the wood element in. Dog and sheep come together to create conflict. And on top of that, dog and dragon come together and create the opposing clash. So to say that they have issues might be a bit of an understatement. Okay? But this is actually a very normal metal person. Now, for what metal person means, go back in my library and you will find what a metal person is like. Now, this is the base. And if that is all we had to go with, this person is probably not going to be a very nice individual. Might have some problems. Let's look a little bit deeper, shall we? So, let's, next bit that I look at is I look at the elements, and since they're born on a metal day, we look at metal as their base set, and in this person it comprises 16%. Now, metal for this person not only means themselves, but also their friends. Given that it's 16%, you get a pretty good idea of who they are. They also have a few pretty decent friends, but it is kind of high, which means you might run into quite a few fake friends, frenemies, people that are great to them at the start, and then, ow, how'd this dagger get in my back? Type of thing. If it was a little bit lower, probably have a little bit better friendships. Okay? Next up, we have expression, which is in water. This comprises a whopping 37% of the person's psychological makeup, and also their destiny makeup. So what this is going to act like is, water is about healing, it's about transferring information, it's about teaching, so this person's going to love helping people out, going to love talking to people, going out, and this is how they're going to make their money. They're going to be really, really good at it. Having them stuck in a job where they have to sell things, where they have to travel, things like that, they're going to hate it. It's going to be hell. If this person can sell, it's more or less incidental and going to be a little bit better face-to-face. And whoever they're selling to, they already want to buy something anyway. The only thing we're doing is teaching the customer what it is they actually want and why they want it. Okay, so moving on to wood, which is wealth. This comprises 7%. Now, wealth is what you get from your expression. Okay? Given that it is significantly less than expression, money's not going to be that easy to come by for them, but when they got it, they tend to hold on to it and they tend to use it very effectively. All right? Next up, we've got power. That is in fire. This is how they relate to other people. This is what it is like when they're in command or a subordinate. Given that it's at 6%, they're pretty easygoing. Not going to be much in the way of, I don't think you should be in control, I should be in control, and I'm going to blow stuff up until I'm in control. Okay? Lastly, we got resource, which is in earth, which stands for their inheritance. And it is a whopping 34%. This person is going to be surprisingly traditional. May have a very keen sense of family. Their family is going to be important to them, but it might not necessarily be a good importance. It might be, I came from this country back there, and you know, that's important to me, but I kind of want to get past it. I want to explore other things. This is my home, but it's a big world out there. Okay? So, moving on. We are going to have empty branches. Everybody does. There's always two of them. They're always back to back. Because of the way they're calculated, this individual has rat and ox. So whenever rat and ox come up, whenever they are encountered, reversals happen. If it's really easy for this person to make money during rat and ox, it's going to be difficult. Likewise, if it's difficult to make money, it'll suddenly become very easy. Okay? If usually, they could be walking down the street, blasted out of their mind, get in a car and drive home, no problems all the time. During the empty branch period, not only will they get caught, they'll be thrown in prison for like 1,000,000 years or something. Okay? That's the way empty branches work. It's a time of dormancy. It is a time of reversal. Good becomes bad, bad becomes good. Okay? And for them, rat and ox come up. That's going to impact because the natural elements of rat and ox are water and earth, respectively. So it's going to impact this person's ability to not only work, but second half, it's going to impact their family, and it's going to impact their traditions. Okay? May force innovation on the part of the individual. Now, when these empty branches come up, the element of that time period, so let's say you get a fire rat at some point, not only is this individual going to have an issue with getting a job, they're also going to have massive issues with authority. Okay? Let's say that they do get that job, their boss is going to be a jerk. Or they're going to have a subordinate that just destroys their career. Okay? And they're going to have to rebuild it later on. Now, the good part about empty branches is whatever happens is pretty much always negated as soon as the empty branch phase is over. It might take some time, though. Okay? Alright, so let's look at what is going on right now. Right now, they are in the middle of a 10-year cycle beginning in 2014. It's going to resolve in 2024 under the Earth horse. Now, what this means is horse and dog will come together and create 2/3 of fire, and horse and sheep will come together and create 6 combinations. So good stuff is going to happen to this individual during this 10-year point. Now, they have an added benefit. It is called a stem transformation. This is where the power of 2 elements combine to add on to a third. Okay? And for them, earth and water are going to come together and create a bunch of fire. So, their ability to make money, their ability to work, create things, also expression has to do with children, yeah. And everything that they get from their family, from their past, all of that is going to come together and create a lot more ability to relate to people, to command people, and to kind of deal with authority, all right? Given that earth and water in this individual are potent as hell, fire is going to become double digits during this time period. And here's the added benefit or detriment. When stem transformations occur, it's permanent. It is a permanent rewrite of not only personality, but also destiny. Okay? It's a total paradigm shift for the individual. And it's going to be difficult to get through. It's not just suddenly pop open the box, hey, look what I got. No, it's very complicated. Okay? And they have to learn how to do it. Now, once this resolves in 2024, they're going to hit the fire snake, which is the natural element of the snake. And it's going to involve a lot of travel and a little bit of clashing. So, whatever this individual learns during this 10-year cycle that they're in right now, it's going to be put to test following 2024 on their birthday and afterwards, okay? There might be a war they have to deal with, they might be traveling a lot, or it could just be something as simple as whenever they go to the frickin' airport, the SkyCap and TSA guys always find something. Or the cab's late. Or the bus is just never on time. They're always stuck in traffic. Nothing they can do. It's like that, and that's it. Okay? So, come back here. Moving on. So, we are presently in 2019, which puts us in the Earth Pig. So this pig is going to impact family because of Earth, okay? Going to have some issues in the year. We've got argue self-penalty, so they're going to be kind of hard on themselves. This is going to be, because it is also the year that they're born, this is going to be when the gods, whatever, are looking at them and saying, now, what have you learned in the last 12 years? What can you do? Okay? And this is going to be the time when you're going to have to kind of face up and pay attention to all the negative talk, pay attention to the positive talk, pay attention to what their place in the world is, okay? Because the pigs come up. It's test time, okay? If the test is passed, then the argue self-penalty won't mean anything. If not, then when the empty branch comes up next year, we'll have some issues. So Metal Rat will be coming up in 2020 through 2021. This is going to be an empty branch. It's going to be a complicated year. Good partner is going to be surfacing, thanks to the rat and pig hanging out. And normally that's a good thing, but because it's an empty branch, business may not be so good. Okay? In addition, rat and sheep will come together to form Flower of Romance, so you might be getting some, a good relationship. Might even be getting married. Now, because this is coming in an empty branch, one of two things is going to be happening. Either the relationship that they have will be great and awesome and finally wonderful and only to self-destruct later when the empty branch passes, or it's going to be god-awful and she is going to have to learn how to survive it or deal with this new stuff, and then it becomes good later on. Or it is going to be great and they're finally getting something that they deserve. Either one depends on the choices they make. Okay? So with Rat, coming up with this, because we're also under the horse, opposites are going to attract and clash. Rat and horse go against each other. Okay? Now this individual already has dragon and dog together, so they already beat themselves up enough. But because this is external of their chart, they may be prone to depression. They may also be prone to some incidental fights. Let's say that they have a natural conservative bent. They're going to meet their polar opposite in a liberal person who's going to just drive them crazy. Or vice versa, if they have a liberal philosophical bent, they'll meet a conservative that's going to drive them crazy, whatever. Okay? The problem is, they're going to love it because of that coming in. They're going to almost crave that kind of conflict. My cousin issue. Okay? So, following in Ox, the second part of the empty branch, 3 penalties are going to come up thanks to Ox, Dog, and Sheep, so going to have to pay for some taxes here, dude. And might see some loss because of that. Ox and Dog are going to come together and create a conflict because for some reason they don't get along. Ox and Sheep are going to come together and have a clash. It's the opposing clash. But they've got an added benefit here. Double artistic stars. Might be a time to take all of the pain and energy that they've built up in the last few years and channel that into something truly beautiful. That's what artistic stars is about. Okay? It is about turning something back on itself and transmuting it into something beautiful. Okay? Now, all of this being said, it is an empty branch. All of this negative aspect stuff can be reversed once Tiger comes in, which will be kind of nice because 6 combinations will come in. They're going to be getting a bunch of fire. Loneliness will be a thing, as will Hidden Clash. So it kind of depends on what happens in, let's see, we're at the end of October 2019. New Year's going to be Jan-Feb, somewhere in there. And they're going to have to kind of make a decision about what this world is going to be like. Are they going to continue on with all of the negative stuff that they've dealt with their entire life, or are they going to start thinking? Okay? They've had many, many chances since the empty branches are following the base year. The base year is the test. If the test can be passed with X amount of percent, then the negative effects of the empty branches won't be as severe. Okay? And maybe they'll even be the exact opposite. Like, I don't know what the problem was. I was expecting all this bad stuff. These are actually pretty decent. No, they're not screaming good, but they're decent. Okay? That's what this stuff is about. So, when I talk Chinese astrology stuff, it is more or less about learning how to navigate through life and learning life's patterns. Okay? So for this individual, if you haven't guessed, it's me. Okay? I was born in the year of the water pig. That was 1983. I just turned 36. Okay? So the stuff I'm going through is the same stuff that everybody goes through. maybe in different levels. Okay? So, what I have to look forward to in my future has the potential to be extremely bleak, as you just saw. It also has the potential to be just fine, perhaps even rewarding. It depends. And it depends on my choices. Okay? This chart is not set in stone. No chart is. Okay? Any form of astrology gives you tendencies, not rules, not laws, not certainties. Okay? You are still the one in control. Somebody cuts you off on the freeway, you have a choice. You can scream at them, you can flip them off, you can let them go, or you can follow them. What do you want to do? What's going to be the better option? Maybe something just happened to them. Okay? You have no idea what they're going through. You have no idea if they just made an accidental mistake. Maybe you touched your accelerator just a little bit and they were fine. You're the one that sped up on them. Incidentally, they cut you off. Maybe they are a jerk and they really don't care. Guess what? You screaming at them ain't going to make it any better. Following them ain't going to make it any better, and it might even get you killed or arrested. Okay? Those choices exist in all aspects, in all things. So, in any event, you have a choice. You can be a jerk about it, you can be indifferent, or you can choose to change how you see it. Okay? There's an old parable. Old birds walking around in the snow. It's freezing. Gonna die. Falls down. Blood's beginning to solidify in his veins. Cow walks over. Craps on him. Didn't see the bird. Poop is warm. Bird warms up. And he's not gonna die now. Yeah, he's covered in crap, but at least he's warm and alive. So he crawls himself out and pokes his head up and starts singing because he's so happy. Cat hears it, walks over, picks up the bird and eats it. Lesson is, not everybody who craps on you is your enemy, and not everybody who digs you out of crap is your friend. Okay? Where Chinese astrology is concerned, that is absolutely true. Again, it's about choices. Okay? How are you going to play the cards you were dealt? And that's all I have to say. So if you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button down below and leave a like and a comment. If you'd like, you can contact me via my website at vigintmed.com. That stands for Vigorelli Integrated Medicine.com. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.